Delta where I can have my fun. I'm going to the Delta.
Yeah, buddy. Are we riding out into the sunset?
It's like Paul Walker.
We're walking into a souvenir store.
Yes.
Hey.
Just three guys.
How do you have that keychain with an M on
The
it?
floral bathing suit.
I want my floral bathing suit and that candy that it's very expensive even though I can find it anywhere.
An ironic t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, gone surfing.
I really like that. Someone who loves me very much brought this for me from Aruba.
Yeah.
You seen those? That you use for painting your room or sleeping? Those kind of shirts?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, your cat just ripped out my headphones.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Welcome back to Sunday Spinning Sunday. I'm Ryan.
I'm Mauricio.
And we have Matt with us. Say hey, Matt.
Hey, man.
All right.
Okay, that might be I might retire that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's my choice if I retire or not.
Oh, wow. You can kill a bit.
All right.
I'll do it with you guys.
All right.
Yeah, so thanks for being here in the flesh.
Yeah. Flesh.
Look, I'm going to touch you right now.
Yeah, we're touching.
Ooh, we're touching.
I don't want to be touched, but thank
No.
you.
Well, you're going to be.
Oh, and
Hey,
he's
all
taking
All
place.
right. Okay, so Sunday Spinning Sunday. Let's get into it.
All right.
Let's do it. I like it.
If I'm not wrong, right, you opened a gate in the last episode about
true.
a few topics you want to jump into.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about playlists today, maybe how we discover new music, and if we have time for it, some of our guilty pleasures
Just a few.
In music.
in music.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for clarify that. I have to change my list right now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I better cross that off.
Whoopsie daisy.
So playlists. I am obsessed with them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys realize the extent of my obsession with these Spotify playlists?
I've seen it, and
Okay.
it's very confusing. It's a long list.
Yeah. So I just wanted to start off with trying to get you guys to guess how many custom playlists I might have on my Spotify right now. So throw out a number, and I'll tell. I just counted them while I was in the washroom, and I only counted ones that had like more than 10 or more songs. So like a real playlist. Like, there's a few that are not quite developed yet. They only have like 3 songs or 5.
Sure.
So
The
didn't
pre-playlist,
count those.
yeah.
So I don't know. Mauricio, maybe you have a better idea. Maybe you should go second. So Matt, I'm going to give you first guess. How many Spotify playlists do I have? Custom.
Well, knowing you,
Uh-huh.
it's somewhere between 5 and 452.
It is definitely within that range.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with
What a gap.
67.
I like it.
That's my guess.
All right. I like
67 and a half if you're betting.
67 and a half.
So you count and you have the actual number.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I am gonna say. Around 35.
35.
35, okay.
Okay, Price is Right rules.
Okay, yeah.
Price is Right. Because that's how we do it
You're
here.
damn right. Price is
Matt
There's
would have
no other
won
rule.
with Price is Right rules.
Oh wow.
And so he did 67. So I was actually a little shocked myself when I counted how many playlists I made. I've made 112 playlists.
Go to hell.
112.
That's
playlists.
absurd. You don't even.
You get 35?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. I thought we were talking about a regular human being.
right.
Okay, well, like some of them are like if I'm about to see like a band or something, I'll just make a playlist on that band.
That counts.
And
Oh, he
I
saw
counted it.
100.
So, I have quite a few there. And then, I just started going crazy with them in like the last year. Like I got Spotify like 2 years ago, and I made like a couple playlists, but it's just this year I just went nuts with it. So, another little game I wanted to play with this is I'm going to say the title of the playlist. I'm going to see if you guys can guess the song that the playlist is based off of. Usually the title of the playlist is the first song of the playlist.
Okay.
And
Yep.
this is why your Marquee Moon playlist reminded me of this whole thing, because
I did do that.
your Marquee Moon playlist starts with Marquee Moon.
It does. Yes, it does.
All right. We're going to start off with Precious.
That's Depeche
Based on a
Mode.
novel Push by Sapphire.
I was going to
movie.
say
That was a
Depeche
movie
Mode.
reference. Oh, Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode. Yes, that is correct.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Good one. Good one. Yeah, couldn't think of it.
There we go. All right. Venice Bitch. You might not know this one, but once again, it goes to probably Mauricio.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna take it.
Anybody want to guess? It's a new song by this artist.
I got nothing.
She came up last time.
Is it your Ariana
No.
Grande?
But there's a lot of playlists that start off with an Ariana Grande song.
Yeah. Okay.
Ariana Big.
Poor Pete Davidson. Anyway.
I know, that whole thing went down.
Yeah.
I know. I feel bad for him more than anything.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. But anyway, no, I don't have a guess.
Mauricio?
Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
Ooh.
All right, this one will probably go to Matt. My Name is Ruin.
Ah, yes. My Gary Newman.
Gary Newman.
Yeah.
All right. Man, there's just so many. And I can't go through all 112.
Oh, I thought that's what we were doing.
My body's ready, baby.
Yeah. 3.
All right, this one is a little different. It's not quite the full title. Life and Death 2018.
Ooh.
All right. I don't think either of you can get this. This is the Car Seat Headrest, Beach, Life and Death. So this playlist is actually a combination of all the 2018 kind of songs that I'm digging right now.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the first song.
Yep. That is normally what I do too.
Right?
With if it's like new music that I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Like I made a playlist just recently with like a few new bands. Elvis Costello, Tom Morello's got a new album. Kurt Vile, I kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Courtney Barnett.
Yeah. Cool.
Gorillaz, even though that one's a little bit older.
The new Paul.
The new Paul is on there. Yep. And I think that was it. I might have more, but
Some Gambino, probably.
you know what? No, I'm still waiting for him. But it's Elvis Costello's album is called Look Now. So I named the playlist Look Now because it's new.
Cute.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm with you.
Yeah. I like to have like
have a theme or
one
something.
all-encompassing like playlist for like the year. You know, like 2017 had like an amazing playlist, just like the hits of that year. I did that for 2018 already. Year's not over, but you know, you can keep adding. It's great.
Yeah.
I love how versatile these playlists are. You know, you just switch
Yours.
around. Mine, they're always in constant motion too. Some of them.
Now do you keep all of these playlists then?
Yes.
There's no
There's some
deleting?
There's some that like I merge. It's like these were two playlists, and then they kind of mixed well together, so I just kind of put them into one.
I did that with you too when we saw them in Montreal.
Oh, nice.
I kind of had like what I thought they might play, but then I kind of combined it with all the songs I would want to hear from them.
Right. It's what we heard
Then
plus your
it always
favorite.
ends up being like 60 songs out of nowhere. All
Yeah.
of a sudden.
Something I started to do is a playlist based on the set list of each concert
Yes.
I've been attending to.
Definitely.
So like I got very addicted to the set list from the U2 concert we saw in Montreal.
So good.
Like I was playing it over and over, as I do. I never listen to new music. And
Now, when you do that,
Yeah.
did you do like live versions of certain songs, or do you do
If I
recording?
no, you know, I go recordings because I don't like that sudden jump from a studio sound to the live session.
Yeah.
And especially because the live sessions are usually louder. And if I'm in a groove and I'm listening to the music very loud, and then a live version comes in, it's just gonna destroy my ears.
Right.
I do have live, like I took the audio from a U2 concert, DVD, whatever. Then I have that on my iTunes, and I go to that one specifically. Things you do when you're picky, but no, all my playlists are actual studio recordings.
Right.
I like to throw a live track at the end.
Oh,
I like the.
We're
you know,
insane.
I know.
Well, yeah,
we were definitely
definitely.
nuts.
definitely.
But no, I like studio recordings and then like end with like a nice live track that you don't even know it's a live track until you hear the clapping at the end.
Ooh.
That's how I love to end a playlist if I could.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Well, I kind of like that. A lot of albums kind of do that anyway. They have like the whatever deluxe editions.
Yeah.
Will have like the live, at the end. But I kind of
Yeah.
like having. I have a lot of playlists. Actually, I did this with Gary Newman playlist. I'll have the studio recordings, but then I'll throw live versions of the same song in the same playlist.
Which I appreciate because you shared this one with me and
Yeah.
I listened to it, getting me ready to see Gary Newman.
Right.
And just hearing the songs more than once within one playlist, it really helps remember.
Yeah, yeah, and you can I kind of like in a live track, you kind of, you like having those little things, especially if they do those things live. Like there might be like a certain line that they put in.
Right.
Like an example might be like "Bullet the Blue Sky" for you too. Like you kind of have switched up the lyrics for
Right.
in the middle of the song, and I kind of like to know, like, be in inside knowledge on that. So if you ever did that, it would be like, see what he did there.
Yes.
So I kind of like having that to listen to as well. So.
Right.
Yeah. There's
Or if they extend the intro or any little thing they add to it, I like to.
Longer solo.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a great reason for live versions is solos. They change it up, make it longer, jam.
What I've been doing with that actually is when we saw Queens of the Stone Age this last time. When was that? No, that last May. That was May, I think. Right.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was around.
So I was in London, and I'm kind of
Ontario.
like doing what Mauricio does. Yeah, London, Ontario. No, we don't have the money to go to real London. But they open with, a different song, and then it goes into their own tracks. So they
Yeah,
open up
yeah.
with like a generic. It was like this disco song. Now I can't remember what it was by. So when I made the playlist, I included that in the playlist. So I'm like, you had the build-up song, and then you had that.
cool.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. So when
Nice.
bands start with like somebody else's track, I'll include that in the playlist for the
That's
artist.
a nice
though.
What
detail,
about
man.
like the opener band? Like one track from the opener.
No,
and then
yeah,
go in there.
Nah.
You're going too far there.
Okay,
If I really like
okay.
the opening band, then I'll just make a separate
Okay.
playlist.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. The last really good opening band. Well, I guess Royal Blood.
Because I don't think I'm gonna go from the Struts to Foo Fighters.
But
Beaches.
I getting ready for that.
your body
I could-
talk, your body talk, and then I go with the all my life I've been searching for something. Like, no, it doesn't match for me.
No, but like I would make a playlist encompassing all those acts together, and then just like kind of shuffle.
Yeah, I think you're solo on this one.
Yeah?
I know you do that.
Hmm.
Like you get a good feel for like the opening. I kind of like,
Sometimes it's I think a recent thing.
yeah.
I used to not care who was opening or follow up or
Right.
anything, except for Indians, of course.
Yes, Indians.
I think you
Sorry.
need to clarify what you're talking about.
Indians is a one-man show.
Oh, yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He opened up for one of our favorite bands, Other Lives, here in Toronto at
About
the Horseshoe
5
Tavern.
years ago.
About 5 years ago.
Okay, thanks for that. I just
And-
wanted to be sure we were all on the same page.
Yes.
Yeah. So go listen to Indians.
Yeah,
He's great.
Indians. Yeah, shout out to Indians.
Yes, it's one guy. Indians.
The band Indians. Not just.
I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee.
Yeah.
Thank
good,
goodness
good,
we have
yeah.
coffee. Okay, back to some more playlists. All right, Suspirium.
I have a playlist of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's being released in each song separately. So I just put it all in a playlist, and I'm going to bed with that to have the most beautiful nightmares.
Nice. All right, do you know what we're talking about here?
No, I don't. No.
Okay. Mauricio, please
Me?
talk about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's this new movie coming out, Suspiria, directed by the same guy who directed Call Me by Your Name.
Okay.
Although this movie looks like the complete opposite of that, and it seems like it's a little bit more horror.
It looks like a horror film.
It looks like a horror, very experimental kind of film. Looks beautiful, and the soundtrack was made by Tom York from Radiohead.
Yeah.
So he just released actually the album on an LP version that's already on sale, and it's as haunting as the trailer looks.
Oh.
It's very atmospheric, and it has some. There's a song that is basically just piano and Tom singing, just singing, and the other ones are a little bit more like electronic, more the way solo Tom York sounds like. But it's very haunting, very slow, very atmospheric, and it's very nice to go to bed and just.
Yeah. It's
fall
Tom
asleep
York's
to.
voice,
Sure.
and he's doing the soundtrack. So
Oh, I'll
a
have to
lot of
check that
piano
out.
and everything. It's nice, lulling for sure.
Let's check that out. Cool. I haven't seen the
Uh,
trailer either.
Yeah, check out.
It
the
looks
trailer.
fantastic.
We actually have our tickets ready to go, so we're going soon.
It's a crazy hype about the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is the
Yeah.
first I've heard of it.
Yeah, I know.
What is it again? Say it again.
I haven't looked too much into it because I don't want to know much.
Yeah.
No.
What's
The
the title?
The title.
Oh, the
Suspiria.
title. Sorry, I didn't understand. Suspiria.
Suspiria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Suspirium is the song, though, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
Mhm.
You got me there. I had no idea the song had a
Alright.
different name.
No, that's okay. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good one too. Playlist for certain times of the day too.
Yes.
That might be a
Oh,
sleepy time.
I do have playlists to go to bed.
Definitely. There's
Sure.
definitely mood playlists for sure.
Definitely.
All right. The suburbs. Who's got this one?
Gotta be good old Arcade Fire.
It is.
Yeah.
And that one tries to encapsulate that suburb kind of feeling from that album.
I have my Arcade Fire playlist is Everything Now.
Nice. I also have an Everything Now playlist.
Just not even because I kind of like that. I'm like, oh, it's all Arcade Fire, so everything
everything.
now.
Oh, I get it.
You get that? Yeah.
No, I have.
I'm
I
wearing
have
an
one.
Everything Now shirt too. By the way.
Yeah.
I know.
No, the one I have is again a set list from the concert.
Hmm.
Oh, cool. From which?
I did the one when I came back to Canada, which was in
Yeah.
November.
Yes.
Yeah. It was in
November.
November.
Yeah, the one in the now Scotiabank Arena in Toronto.
Ah, what a moment.
The Everything Now playlist that I made was one of the first of my playlists. So that
Really?
that shows the time span
Holy-
of
really?
how all these really escalated. I think probably at that time I had 10 or under.
Oh, okay.
So
I should count mine, but I probably have maybe total, maybe 15 to 20,
yeah.
but that's about it. But do you have a cap on how many songs you put on a playlist?
Depends. Usually I like to keep it around the 13 to 16 mark.
Oh, okay.
About
So
an
those are-
hour worth of music.
Okay, so those are pretty concise.
Yes.
Like I have
they are.
playlists that are like 150 songs.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have some of those too, but those are like, I just need to like just shuffle it and just like play it. But
Yeah.
the ones that I make actually have an order to them too. I'm
Okay.
like, I like how these ones flow together, and I like it ending on this one, starting with this one. I went a little crazy. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I try to manage them to about 16.
Just a little.
Okay.
Man After Midnight.
Me.
It's a playlist about Mauricio. No, all right, Mauricio, I know you know this playlist. I play it often when we cook.
Oh, yeah.
Gordon Ramsay's playlist.
You imagine? it's just
Just
a
shout.
bunch of metal.
Yeah.
All right, it is ABBA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
it's the
course.
Queens.
Yes.
It's all the Queens together.
Present Tense.
Radiohead.
Radiohead. All right, good. Nights in White Satin.
Oh, okay. Moody Blues.
There we go.
Oh, you have a Moody Blues playlist. I love it.
Yeah.
Good.
So you got to get like the classics in there too. You got to get classic.
when you have more
playlists.
than 60 playlists, you hope there's some variety.
yeah, right.
I have one, but mine is Days of Future Past because that's
Ooh, that's a good name for a
their
playlist.
their album.
That's good.
I do have a playlist that it's one of the few playlists I actually thought through, put things in order, and actually gave it some time, because it was like, I'm probably gonna jump into a little bit of a dense topic, but it was a playlist design for the moment I start feeling whether if it's anxiety or a panic attack. And I designed that playlist so I just go through it and I calm myself down. Because I remember when, I realized that when I'm having those episodes, I tend to listen to specific songs that probably relate. I feel like I relate to what I'm going through, or the beat. It's very relaxing, and I call it "Songs for Me," and it's literally that's the name. And it's just in a specific order of songs that start in a very probably a sad, low, I don't know, mellow topic, and then start increasing a little bit more in probably the
Pace. Yeah.
yeah, the beats start going a little bit faster, or the topics of the lyrics are a little bit more cheerful in a way. So I completely designed it, and I don't know how many songs I have there. I don't know how long it is.
Is it still growing?
It's barely, because sometimes I don't make it to the end
Right.
Yeah.
because the feeling changed or whatever. But it's sometimes I do add things that I know are gonna be necessary in a specific moment during the whole episode, and it's actually pretty nice. It's a go-to, It's not like I have to go through this Spotify trying to find something that I understand how I feel right now, and I just have it there. It's like a parachute that I keep. That's not the name of the playlist, and a parachute's not there. But there's some culpa. But yeah, I that's the only one I actually dedicate a lot of time and actually put a lot of thought into, because the other ones are very random. It's probably similar to what you said of having a 2018 playlist, but it's actually like if I have a song that in the morning I don't know, wake up or I'm leaving to work, and you know sometimes you have this song stuck in your head and you're like, why am I singing this song? Sure, I haven't listened to it in a while. And when that happens, I take that song. So when that happens, I take that song and put it on that playlist. So it's like the song for some reason I want to sing or have in my head, and this playlist is just growing, and it goes from the most chill to the most fast and furious song you can imagine. It's just whatever comes to my head, I just throw it there. Yeah. And I just go through it, and it's kind of an experiment. I've been doing collecting songs that come to my mind.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good idea. So you should call it Earworm. Earworm playlist.
No, I don't remember how I call it. I think it's just like, oh no, the first one was Psycho Killer. That's the name of the playlist.
Yeah, you were playing that last night.
Yeah, because it's been stuck in my head a lot. Actually, most of the playlists I put last night, we had a Halloween party, that I put last night was that playlist. Yeah. Because it was super random.
You said they were karaoke songs.
Yes. It's a mix. Like I have two playlists. Okay. One is a playlist for karaoke songs that I like to sing or I would like to sing, and I just have them there just to listen to it and get in the mood. And many of those songs, of course, because they just come to me, they go to the song of the day playlist. So they share that characteristic in a way. But yeah, that's the one I was playing last night because the variety is so broad that I think it works for party or just throw as a background.
You nailed it. It was a good night of music.
Yeah. So I don't have too many. I don't have too many playlists, but the ones I have are very they have a reason. I take my time to actually give them a good meaning. Yeah, that's it.
I want to just talk about how we find new music and kind of relate that to playlists, because I kind of do the same thing. If I just hear a song and you mentioned this last Sunday Spinning Sunday. Yeah. When you just hit a song and within the first whatever, if it catches you just kind of throw it in a playlist. Yep. And so that's what I've done a lot with these. It's I heard it once. I'm I like it. I don't want to forget this. Right. So I'm just going to throw it into a playlist for now. And so a lot of these playlists just kind of formed organically because it was just a bunch of random songs I never heard of. And then maybe I'd throw a few songs I did know just to give it some structure. But, and then I learn while I listen to it.
Yeah, I found that one of my favorite playlists and my longest playlist that's still growing is I call it Psychedelic Sunday.
Oh, I love Psychedelic Sunday.
For people who don't know, in Toronto, there's this radio station called Q107. They did this program on Sunday called Psychedelic Sunday, and they canceled it. It was hosted by this guy, Andy Frost. Anyway, he had a great voice, and my mom listened to this program, and that's where I got probably most of my music knowledge from. It was 65 to 75 that they played songs from, so just a specific decade of music. And so I decided, when it was canceled, I'm I'm going to make a playlist of all those songs. Nice. And it's still growing, and it's probably 250 songs or something like that. Nice. But it's just all those ones, and it's just nostalgic for me and for a lot of people who are 16, 70 years old. But I like it. But to your point, I think finding new music is more of sometimes I just trying to recall music that I used to like. Right. Or a song that I heard. I'm oh, I never ever figured out what that song was because wasn't as easy to just try to find it on Spotify or Google it. We're not that old, but even in 2002, it wouldn't if I heard a song I liked.
No Shazam back then.
yeah, something like that. So I think now I try to recall those songs. Right. And then try and find them, and then that kind of makes it extra exciting too.
Yeah, even my favorite artists, it's sometimes I don't listen to them, but then I throw a favorite of them in there, and it's just oh yeah, I forgot how much I love these guys. Just this whole playlist thing it resurrects so many feelings.
Definitely, and Spotify's good with, obviously so many people have created playlists now. So even if you just look up whatever, you pick a title. I was listening to 2000s alternative indie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually put like a road trip playlist,
Right.
and you have a whole playlist set up for a road
So
trip.
I usually pluck songs from those playlists to
Yeah.
create my own version of the similar theme.
some kind of a little Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Playlist,
exactly. So
yeah.
like that punk playlist, like Marquee Moon.
Right.
I took a lot of it from like alternative punk, classic punk, hardcore, retro punk. So
Yeah.
pieces of each that kind of overlap, but made it into my own. So
I
I do
it.
that a lot. That's where I find new music a lot, I would say.
Yeah, and I feel like I
From
do that
other playlists.
too. Like when you start making a playlist, Spotify then recommends songs that you can add to your playlist.
Yeah.
And sometimes I throw in like a song that I'm like, yeah, I don't know that one. And I'll just kind of throw it in.
Right.
Or like, I know that artist, I don't know that song. Let's add that one. But do you think we are all starting to like listen to the same thing? Do you think all of our Spotifys are like the same? Or do you think they're really unique depending on what we're listening to?
No, I don't think they're the same. It's a very specific, what's the word?
Algorithm?
Algorithm that works based on what you listen to. And I have realized that even when you open Spotify now, it doesn't even show me like all the new releases. It shows me like new releases you might like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which in part is like, I don't want this. I want them all. But
Yeah.
they do adapt to what you listen to, and I realize that. And even I turn it off on my phone because I don't want to lose so much data. But I have it on my computer that once an album is done, it takes you to a different song or
Yeah.
a different artist that might be related to what you were listening right now.
Yeah.
So I do think Spotify is very independent on that way. I don't think all of them match. I'm
Not
pretty
all of them, for
no,
sure.
but I'm pretty sure there's something that pay me a little bit extra and I make sure your song will be played.
Right.
Right.
Well, I was
like
just
big
thinking
companies.
between like you and me, for instance, we have very similar taste in music. So, say we listen to some of the same stuff, are they going to recommend the same stuff? By an
Probably.
algorithm, you would think yes.
Probably because the algorithm is probably based on just the style of the song or album. It doesn't go that deep.
No.
On the mood or anything like
No,
that.
no, no.
So probably goes along the same. If we listen to a lot of indie rock, it's gonna take us through an indie rock collection of whatever they believe it's the most listened.
Actually, I found sometimes I get annoyed with it. Actually, like I'm thankful for the service. I mean, it's been great. But sometimes when I'm listening to, certain playlists, I'm like, oh man, they just cycle through the same songs by those certain artists.
Right. They're hits that are like,
Yeah. So, but the amount of time we're listening to music, I guess, is probably more than regular people. So
yeah.
it's not assume that they're gonna just always change up their playlist. So sometimes I have a hard time once I've gone through like multiple playlists. Then I'm like, oh, I don't know where to go from here.
Right.
What if I want to keep going? Well, it's like, oh, those playlists are they're set, so they're not changing. So I have to try and.
That's
dig
why I
deeper.
kept adding more playlists. That's why it just snowballed out of control. I'm like, I
Don't
gotta learn
excuse
these.
yourself.
Oh, I will.
This is also not an ad for Spotify. Let's
I know,
clarify
like-
that.
Not sponsor.
They're not
Is-
sponsored, but I have to say it is my favorite app ever.
Oh yeah.
Like hands down.
It's the app I use the most for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So
I would say with new music, I mean, if you guys suggest something, we kind of touched on this too. If you guys suggest something, I'll already, this is kind of like like my pretentious thing that I think you guys know what's good. So I'm already going to be like, okay, I'll at least listen to that.
yeah.
So
Well, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, exactly, we're
We
friends. That's how you
bonded
do it.
over
Yeah.
music, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
yeah, exactly.
I don't trust anyone. Hell
About
with that.
anything or just music?
Hell with that.
But yeah, sometimes I defy what Spotify is trying to like.
Ooh.
I know, right? They're like,
Ooh.
you might want these and these and these in your playlist. I'm like, no, I won't. I'm like, just because I don't want it to be like another Spotify playlist. I
Right.
want it to be my playlist.
We have a
Yeah.
revolutionary over here.
Right? And sometimes I'll just like pick up songs like just I don't know. I'll be in a store, I'll hear it, and I'll just throw that in a playlist. I'm like, I like that. Or I'm talking to someone on an online dating app, and I see that they have a song in their profile. And I'm like, okay, I'll check that out, and then I'll add that to a playlist.
Right.
Now, I'll never talk to these people,
Right.
but it's just a way to listen to new music.
Yeah. Yeah,
I know. That
That's
was
very niche.
That's a true story.
niche.
That is a
Yeah.
true story right there.
Oh. I just picture you trolling dating apps for new music.
For new music. It's like, she looks cool. She must have cool taste in music.
But then never talk to the person.
Never talk. I'm too scared to.
Yeah.
How you discover new music? I just go to a dating app and
That's a new addition to Spotify Premium.
That'd be great, eh? Dating based on your music type?
Oh no, it could be a big
Dangerous.
mistake.
It
There's-
could be.
Dangerous.
I don't like that. I kind of like the idea of being with
called
someone that doesn't
Tinderfy.
listen to the same thing you listen to, because you feed yourself different bands, different sounds.
Yeah.
Unless of course if that person is obsessed with music style that you hate,
That would drive
that
me
would be
nuts, yeah.
like, okay, we need to figure this out. But if it's same style, let's say you're in the same indie rock style, but this person listened to something you have never listened to before, and the same with them, they have no idea what you're listening to. I think it's a good, feeding back and forward of different ways, different styles, different things to listen to.
I like a little bit of common ground. Like, you guys like these certain bands, but then you have your own music taste, I have my own music taste, and then you can learn from each other.
Yeah, exactly. You can pick up. Yeah, definitely. And that's what we do, for sure.
Tinder, not a sponsor.
It's actually...
After Spotify, that's my favorite app.
That's where I learn all my new music is Tinder.
It's actually Tindify.
Tindify.
Spinder?
Spinder?
It's
I don't know,
Spinder.
Yeah.
All right. This is a playlist called David Bowie, I Love You.
I know that one. You explained me that one already.
Yes. Okay. So the song is called David Bowie, I Love You Since I Was 6 by the Brian Jonestown Massacre.
I've heard of them.
Yes.
Yep.
You will
Yep.
love them. So
Yeah,
that's why I
haven't
bring it
listened
up.
to them. Okay. See?
You
New
will
music.
love this. So check out this album.
Okay.
Take it from the man. Yeah.
Stick it to the man. Neosis.
So this
Waiting for
playlist,
my man.
That was a...
this playlist
School rock
is
reference.
called David Bowie, I Love You. And so it kind of has the theme of David Bowie. So the next song is Sue from Black Star. Then it has God Breaks Down the Door by 9 Inch Nails. Very similar to like that horn sound from like Sue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got Pablo Picasso by, which I didn't know it was
Ooh.
a cover by Modern Lovers.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like, and I threw Cactus in there from Pixies, just something kind of loosely
Like a
related to
tribute
him.
Kind of. Oh, okay.
Almost
that's
a
cool.
tribute
That's cool.
playlist to Bowie
I like
with
that.
some Bowie thrown in there. All right.
Have you listened to Loving the Alien, the new collection? Sorry, this is a sidebar.
you brought that up in our phone conversation.
Just have some cool live tracks from like Scary Monsters years that we're not really used to hearing live. So definitely check that out.
Okay, I will.
It's a lot of songs.
It's a long one.
It's a long one. But if you're just, we kind of know the other versions, and we don't really need too many demos like that. But the live stuff, like we always talk about Scary Monsters live, and even Let's Dance live, we don't really get a ton of. So those are worth it anyway.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another playlist. Zoo Station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You too.
You too. That's right. Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Oh, damn it. Brain fart.
I don't know these.
No. Joy Division.
Yeah. Oh my god. My brain
Oh,
went.
man.
I went for
Yeah.
Sonic Youth in my head. I was like, it's not Sonic Youth. What are you? What's wrong with you?
Spring Among the Living.
Oh, yes. My Morning Jacket.
My Morning Jack. Hey, their new album comes out soon. Or is it out? I thought it was
don't-
supposed to.
No,
be
it was
out.
supposed to, but it ended up, it was just a Jim James acoustic
Oh.
solo thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I heard nothing from it, so I'm like,
Oh,
oh.
yeah.
Okay, we brought this up last week. Last Sunday, Spinning Sunday. Submission. That's my punk playlist.
Yeah.
So that's the Sex Pistols.
Ah,
And
yeah.
the reason I added this song was because I read up on it. The record company wanted them to make a song called Submission, and they wanted it to be like racy.
Mm-hmm.
But they actually came back with this song, and it's about a sub mission, and like just being in a submarine and like going on a sub mission. So
That was
I don't
gonna
know,
be about
just such a
Subway
funny little
Subway,
song.
Subway sandwiches.
Subway sandwiches.
Yeah.
I would have rather that one.
Yeah.
It's a submission.
It's a submission. Yeah.
Submission.
The sub of the day.
You walk in.
You're walking Phoenix.
I might be wrong.
Yes.
I am.
Radiohead.
Nude.
Radiohead.
I have a lot of Radiohead ones. Two Pyramids.
Other
Other
Lives.
Lives.
Other Lives.
Which, by the way, I've seen a lot of activity on their social media, especially
Ooh.
Instagram. A lot of live.
There's a band to check out for our audience too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Anybody who needs a
There's a lot of videos and pictures that are very active on Instagram. So probably something's coming. Something's on the way.
excited for that. Can't wait till they come back. They've always played Toronto, so
Nice.
hopefully they come back. Hopefully a little bigger venue. That'd be cool.
I know, eh? Yeah,
But
we
I
saw
kinda-
them
I
at
kinda
Horseshoe
like
and Lee's
I
Palace.
know. I like the little things, but
I want them to do
I want them to
good.
do well, but stay small.
Yeah, don't we all?
Okay.
That's why I'll buy another T-shirt from them.
Yeah,
Just
we
to
bought
support
everything
them.
last time. Oh my god.
Everything, yeah.
Oh my god.
Everything now.
Yeah.
The High Road. Broken Bells.
Oh, Broken Bells. Do they have anything new? Do they have something new coming?
No.
No.
No. Okay. All right. They just have the two, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the 2 albums, but yeah, what a great pairing there.
Yeah. I definitely prefer that incarnation over his with the Shins. I think
Yeah,
still
for sure. I never
They're
totally
good
got
too.
into the Shins.
they're good too. But
Yeah.
but I think Broken Bells is more of our kind of.
Well, yeah, it has that Danger Mouse
right
like sound to it, which of course he's part of it.
Yeah.
Always Ascending.
Oh,
Franz
Franz
Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
He looks rough.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
He looks dangerously rough. Yeah. Yeah. He needs to start laying off whatever he's doing.
Like is skinny
Yeah.
rough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We all
no.
know what he's doing.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Just too bad. I love Franz Ferdinand. I was just listening
Right?
to their first album, which is fantastic. With
Yes.
Fire and this Fire and
Take Me Out.
Take Me Out. Yep, among other ones on there. But that album, their first couple are like are fantastic. So good to see them back. We should see them.
We should. If
Yeah.
they do come around, I want to see that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Didn't we have like the option? We almost did.
We almost did.
But-
But
I
they're
think
all
we
they
spent too
they
much
do
money.
come around. So next time.
When You Die.
MGMT.
Yeah.
You guys
Sorry.
got me on that one. That was on a road trip to
Fantastic
Montreal.
album.
Yeah, probably their best since Kids.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's well, I did like Congratulations. That album is really good.
But it's better than that.
My Type. You
Same motel.
Yeah, Same Motel.
Yeah.
I love that. So it's got that.
Same motel's
that-
good. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
got like
It's that
Chicago
jazzy
kind of feel.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yep. Yeah.
Chicago.
Good Chicago, not-
Chicago.
A new career and a new town.
David Bowie instrumentals.
This actually is full of. This has some Gary Newman when I was getting into that
Oh, okay.
album.
Yep.
Some Brian Eno, Iggy Pop, just that whole Berlin kind of
Sure.
sound.
I have to listen to Brian. That ambient, atmospheric
Yeah.
stuff that he does. I don't really know him at all.
Yeah,
but-
songs for airports or something like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
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 I need to try and dig that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the next step, I think, in that genre. For
Definitely.
us. Yes, I'm Changing.
I feel like I should know that.
Maybe
I
you
don't.
should know it.
Yeah.
I
should know it.
Tame Impala
Oh yes, right.
off of Currents.
Right.
All right, this one is like my. It's called the Con. This playlist, and this is the playlist that is my like songs for me, like Mauricio's songs for me.
Oh, okay. Yep.
This one actually ends with a live version, "True Love Waits" by Radiohead, and that's the only live track in this playlist, and it ends with that because I love the little "Thank you, good night," just,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you
sure,
know,
sure.
and then it's over.
Yeah, that's good.
So, yeah, that one's just a personal one for me.
Like that.
Got everything now here. This was probably, I think, my first playlist. It's called Red Eyes,
Yeah. War on Drugs.
War on Drugs.
Riso's favorite from his favorite album.
Yep,
Could have been his favorite.
could have been.
What could have been?
Just a little refresher.
There's a
on
name
this.
for an album for a playlist. What could have been?
What could have been? Ooh, and All That Could Have Been. That's like one of my favorite Nine Inch Nails songs.
Ah, yeah. Ooh.
That is got to be the next playlist.
Next
I make.
Right, Mauricio?
Yeah.
Hey, Mauricio and I actually have a collaborated playlist.
Yes, we do.
And it's called Super Symmetry.
Ooh, I like it. Is it just Arcade Fire? Or?
No.
Oh.
No. Just the title.
That's actually the last song on the playlist is Super
Nice.
Symmetry. No, this was a shot-for-shot kind of playlist. Mauricio would
You
add
were
a song to
drinking
the
while you were making the playlist?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I don't remember what's on here. Yeah, Mauricio would add a song to the playlist, and then I would add a song to a playlist, and then we would just kind of keep doing that. And it just added over a few weeks, and then we got
I like
So
that idea.
We got up to like 20 songs, but it's a nice little playlist that we know we can play with each other in the house. You know, it's good.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
It was like it was nice because he would put maybe a song that he was listening to at the moment, and then we would do the same. So
Something that I thought he might enjoy as well.
yeah, and
Really
and we in a way we tried to keep the playlist in the same mood.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't like you would go from John Lennon to Metallica, nothing
Yeah.
like that. But we kept everything in the same mood, like so it was pretty good.
I have an idea for a playlist that I'd like to do where it's that game where whatever the song, the last letter of the song, then you start the next song with that letter.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's actually do the game in one of these episodes and then make the playlist.
Sure. That sounds
Cool.
good. And it's just whatever we think of, so it could be totally random.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rest of the playlists
It's
are
gonna end with
actually
TV.
the rest
Ooh.
of the playlists are actually things that like Mauricio made, you know, concerts and stuff like that. So I have like 30 more playlists on top of that 112 that I've listed off. And I think we'll actually wrap it up for now. We're getting a little lengthy here.
Sure.
Maybe next time we'll talk about our guilty pleasures.
I think
and
that
we'll
could take
dive
up
into that.
quite a bit of time too.
Yeah.
I
That sounds good.
had a good one. Damn it.
Well,
do you want to tease?
Do you want to tease it?
We already
No.
teased Tom Jones.
Tease it.
That's not a
Yeah.
guilty pleasure.
Tom Jones. Apparently, yeah. So he's cool. Okay.
He's
All
cool.
right.
He's
Okay.
cool among
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Okay.
He was in Mars Attack. It's not unusual one to be loved by anyone.
I thought you were going to talk
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
about Alfonso Ribeiro.
Oh no, he was there.
Yeah.
No.
Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah.
No. But yeah. Okay, I'll save it. I won't give a hint.
Aw.
Oh man.
Well,
okay.
thanks.
All right.
Thanks for playing the playlist game.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
Uh,
continue that then.
yeah.
We'll do that.
We can only play with Ryan because he's the only one with enough playlist to play it.
Yeah.
If you guys have like about 30 between the two of you,
No.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Was he? I don't know how to take that comment.
I don't know.
You poor bastard.
I'm nuts. So
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
That's
yeah.
pretty clear. Anyways, well, I think that's a nice length. I'll take that. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for listening to this.
Are we just gonna pretend like you didn't just say that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk away. Anyways, thank you very much, guys, for listening to the Spinning Sunday special. As you know, this is just part of the FineIsh Hour, which you can find in Anchor, Spotify, and iTunes, among others that I can't remember right now. And we also have a Facebook page under the name Sunday Spinning Sunday, and another one, our FineIsh Hour. Every time I upload an episode, you can find it there. We also have a Twitter, which I don't use, but we also have an Instagram we don't
Yeah.
use. And
There's one picture up.
There's one
Check it
picture
out.
up, and I hope more
great.
things will come.
Yes.
But yeah, that's about it. And I don't know. Now we're gonna record our FineIsh Hour, which is gonna be
So stick
about
around, Matt.
it's gonna be about whatever comes to our mind, not only music, but it goes everywhere. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had an amazing Halloween, and start to get ready for Christmas. That's the next one. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Have a good.
Just so exhausted already.
Yeah, I'm tired already.
All right. Bye,
guys.
guys.
Au revoir.
Keep on spinning.